This is Dr. Taylor Burrows, or Taylor, or Dr. Babe. I wanted to touch base with you just to mention something about grief. I had a little bout this morning of grief. I've lost both my brother and my father, and I know grief is something that we don't often like to talk about, but we also like to brush it under the rug. Kind of, you get your 2 years tops, and then after that, you need to be over it. But it doesn't work that way. It's a lot less simple and a lot more complex than that. And I work a lot with persons who've experienced grief or a loss of a loved one and are experiencing symptoms of grief. But it's a normal process, and so we need to consider that sometimes it will recycle, and you're always going to have triggers to grief. And this morning I shared a long story about it in my newsletter. So I don't know if you're on my newsletter, but I can add a little tag to this video so that you can subscribe to that if you are interested. But basically, I had an exchange with someone on Twitter this morning, and it catalyzed this epiphany that I had, and I went into detail about remembering my father. But what was specific about this particular grief was about how honest I was being with myself. And if I had just brushed it under the rug, I would never have had that realization. And having those realizations, allowing yourself to really, dig into it and admit the tough things that maybe, you want to kind of deny and forget, it traps that grief inside and doesn't allow you to process it properly. So I feel a lot better. I mean, I felt vulnerable for a little bit, and I cried a lot, but I think it was worth it. And if you're interested to know what I was sharing, I might be okay with sharing the link with you. So just let me know. Comment under this.